Hey, I'm Ross. Welcome to Dekkoo Digest, your weekly series about movies and shows available on Dekkoo, the only streaming service dedicated to gay men. This week, let's talk about A Very Natural Thing, After Sunset Dawn Arrives, and The Trace of Your Lips. You can watch any of these right now on our YouTube Primetime channel. First, a peek at A Very Natural Thing.
Into this holy estate, these two persons come now to be joined. Therefore, if any man can show just cause why they may not lawfully be joined together, let him now speak, or else hereafter forever hold his peace. Marriage is therefore not by any to be undertaken lightly or ill-advisedly, but seriously and prayerfully, duly considering the purposes for which it is ordained, that husband and wife may give to each other lifelong companionship, help, and comfort, both in prosperity and adversity, that God may hallow and direct the natural instincts and affections created by himself and redeemed in Christ, and that marriage being thus held in honor, human society may stand upon firm foundations.
Originally released by New Line Cinema in 1974, director Christopher Larkin's A Very Natural Thing is considered one of the first films about gay relationships intended for mainstream commercial distribution. The plot concerns a young monk named David, played by Robert Joel, who leaves the monastery to become a public school teacher by day while looking for true love in a gay bar by night. Though it didn't reach the large, mainstream audience that distributors had been seeking, the film offers a unique look at a specific period in the LGBTQ history, beginning with a mini-documentary about New York City's 1973 Gay Pride Parade and continuing on to take a refreshingly positive and optimistic look at then-modern same-sex relationships. While earlier queer films were dominated by tales of gays and lesbians being outcasts of society, mentally disturbed, or committing suicide, and later queer films were sadly dominated by the emergence of the AIDS crisis. A Very Natural Thing represents a short period in time where gay liberation flourished and filmmakers could explore relationships in much the same way that films with heterosexual characters did. Next up, After Sunset Dawn Arrives.
你让我想到我爸，你们的气质很像。不过你应该比他脾气好。我小的时候，我爸经常打我，他老说我没有个男孩子的样子，喜欢跳舞啊，唱歌呀，化妆呀，然后呢？我就跑去学抽烟了。
你还蛮叛逆的嘛。
你确定不要来舞厅试试吗？
再说吧。
我明天会在。希望看到你。你知道在哪吧？
A 17-minute short film from writer-director Andy Lee Yee, After Sunset Dawn Arrives tells an inspiring story about how it's never too late to embrace a new passion. Set in Los Angeles in 2005, the film follows Wen, a recent widower who has been suppressing his sexuality for a long time. Happening upon a ballroom dance class for men, he peers through the window with curiosity, but his old-fashioned masculine ways prevent him from going inside. When he later runs into Ken, the class instructor at a local bathhouse, he's convinced to come by and give the class a try. This sends Wen on an emotional journey where he's finally able to open up, not only to himself, but also to his deceased wife. Lastly, the trace of your lips.
Identificación. A ver, abra los brazos. Identificación, por favor. Gracias. Identificación. Hacemos mano, por favor. Identificación, por favor. Cubrebocas, por favor. Adelante, el que sigue, el que sigue. Identificación. Póngase bien el cubrebocas. Identificaciones a la vista. Póngase bien el cubrebocas. Mantenga su identificación a la vista.
Estimados ciudadanos, esperamos se encuentren bien. Les recordamos que debido a la situación de la pandemia, es importante que permanezcan en casa y sigan las medidas de higiene y prevención. Juntos superaremos
¿Qué sigue? Gracias.
protegeremos a nuestras familias y seres queridos. Agradecemos su comprensión y colaboración.
Brazos abiertos.
Cuídense.
¡Abran paso! ¡Abran paso!
Set in Mexico during the height of the pandemic, The Trace of Your Lips follows Roman, a B-movie actor who finds himself isolated in his apartment with the entire world on edge. Aldo, an indigenous young man, is an essential worker who is allowed by the authorities to come and go. They live across from each other in an apartment complex. When the pair meet online, they start to talk and see one another in video calls, but they can't meet in person. Eventually, however, the temptation to break out of their lockdown conditions proves too much to bear. Suspenseful and surreal in all the best ways, The Trace of Your Lips is the newest feature from visionary filmmaker Julian Hernandez, the acclaimed director behind 1,000 Clouds of Peace and Raging Sun, Raging Sky. Featuring captivating lead performances, the film simmers with sexual tension while portraying a very real moment in recent history that plays out almost like a dystopian sci-fi film. Have you seen these films? Let us know in the comments what you thought, or look us up on Letterboxd, where you can find other queer cinema lovers and rate all your favorite gay movies. If you haven't seen them, watch them wherever you can find Dekkoo. Sign up for a free trial to get access to hundreds of gay films, including these recent releases. Dekkoo adds at least 3 gay movies every week on top of its extensive catalog of classics and new films. So please, like and subscribe to our channel and join us next week for another new edition of Dekkoo Digest.